So the book is about 5 people who, when they were teenagers, defeated a kind of like dark lord, big evil figure in their world. And now they are older and it has given them a lot of issues. And they're the most famous people in the world. But they discover that their mission is not exactly finished. So that's kind of the plot of Chosen Ones. No, this was the first time for that too, because none of my other books are set in like modern, recognizable Earth. You know, Divergent was, you know, in this far off future or dystopian Chicago where, you know, they didn't even have the same like language, basically. Like they didn't use the same slang, you know, that kind of thing. And so I haven't been able to have these like straightforward conversations in my work. And I don't know, I didn't set out to do it, but if you're, I mean, it has to feel real, right? And that's like who these characters are, and especially being in the public eye, they come up against like racism and misogyny, like as one would, you know. So that part, it took a lot of thinking and a lot of care. The most extensive research I had to do was on the declassified documents. So there's all these declassified government documents that Sloan receives for a, you know, Freedom of Information Act like request. And what I researched for it was Project MK Ultra, which is the government's experiments with LSD, you know, that were like declassified. And my big nod to it in the book is that a lot of the documents they have about MK Ultra are actually from like the finances division, because that's where they found all of them. They were like misfiled in like the finances area. So there's a document in the book that's just like a money order, basically. And that's like my nod to all that research. But it was disturbing. I mean, I can't believe that this is a thing that our government was doing. And I can't believe that it's like hundreds and hundreds of pages of stuff you can read that sounds like someone made it up for a sci-fi something. It's that bizarre. But anyway, yeah. And then, you know, there was this like more random, like I had to figure out how a sink drain worked at some point. I researched whether, like, when did concrete sidewalks become a thing? You know, because I was like, I had to create this alternate history. So you have to figure out when things were invented and, you know, whether you want them to carry over like buildings in Chicago and when they were built and what style they were built in. And yeah, it was really fun. I've forgotten a lot of it, which is a shame. I mean, the present real version, probably. Yeah, I feel bad. I've destroyed it like 3 times in fiction, so I felt like I owed it something.